to another episode of No, We're Actually Scared. I'm your host, Johnny Paranoia, along with my co-host,
Dusty Davenport, and we are here to talk about one of our favorite topics, the Georgia Guidestones.
in the state of Georgia.
Oh, it's a great haunted state. Tons of haunted cities. Very southern hospitality.
Georgia Bulldogs, UGA,
Georgia Peaches.
Savannah, the
ATL.
city of Savannah,
Dirty Birds.
Dirty Birds, Deion Sanders, prime
Let's talk some
time.
nonsense. Welcome to No, We're Actually Scared.
We got a new pope, dude.
New Pope. American Pope.
Kind of crazy, right?
Yeah. So you know how I believe in energies in regards to places and things?
Yeah.
And, I always said the desert was my calling, and I feel a connection to needing to live in the arid desert.
That's creepy. That's a creepy connection.
I have the exact opposite to the city of Chicago, and I've never had a positive experience in the city of Chicago, and I despise the city of Chicago. And there is a repellent. Maybe I'm just not belonging. I don't want to offend anybody in Illinois. I hate the city of Chicago.
It's that bad, huh?
I've never had anything positive happen. I've had a million negative things happen.
Usually when I bet Chicago sports, it doesn't end up going my way. I'm not going to lie, dude. Other than the Blackhawks, dude,
Yep.
it goes bad.
I'm not a fan. So the Pope has me a little worried. It kind of makes sense that he's the Antichrist. I've had that affliction with the city of Chicago. They have terrible pizza. Anyone that says that stuff tastes good it's burnt cardboard with slop sauce on it.
Well, what about...
It's just a fat, slower New York City.
It is a dangerous one, too.
Well, yeah.
A dangerous one, too.
Yeah.
I'm talking about the AI image that Trump tweeted out,
Oh, where he was the Pope.
where he was the Pope.
Yeah, that was an interesting one.
I think he had inside information, dude.
Inside information?
Yeah.
But it came out after the Pope died.
After the Pope died, right.
He put out the AI image.
But they didn't announce the Pope that he was going to be an American Pope, dude. And this is the first
So you think he predicted it was American?
I think
Or you
he-
think he was just hey, you need a Pope?
Well, okay, so
Here's Donnie J.
let's take
But
a
he
s-
didn't even make the image. He just reposted the image, right?
Hold on.
All right.
Hold
I'll
on.
take a step back.
Who was the last person to see the Pope alive?
JD Vance?
J.D. Vance. And
I know your theory of JD Vance is the Antichrist.
J.D. Vance is the Antichrist, dude.
There's a good chance he might be the next president.
And then the president tweets out him as the Pope, dude, 3 days or 4 days before they elect the new one.
It's not good.
And then it's an American. I think he was foreshadowing, dude. I think he had a play in it. I think he had
Trump
a play.
picked the Chicago Pope? But Trump is like a true New Yorker. You really think he would go grab somebody from Chicago?
Well, you have to pick what you have. I mean, it's not like you could nominate a New York priest or a New York cardinal.
I'm sure there's a better one than you could find in Chicago.
I don't know. Well, that guy was in it. And he's a White Sox fan. He's not even the Cubs tried claiming him.
I feel like with all this dark shit we were talking about, I was drifting more towards the godliness. And now that they elected a Pope from Chicago, I'm straight up Luciferian, dude. I'm
Wow,
yeah,
really?
yeah, Lucifer, dude.
Wow, look at that, dude. That's some type of energy.
I've been going in through some deep fucking rabbit holes lately, dude. Lucifer, Baphomet, and Satan are all different people. Did you know this?
Lucifer, Baphomet, and Satan are all different people?
All
yeah.
different people.
Yeah.
Completely different people.
Yeah, you didn't know this?
No, I just learned this the other day.
Yeah, do you know there were 200 fallen angels that fell out of the sky
Dude,
that are all
this
deep?
is the shit I'm saying. We got to do episodes on this. We got to
Yeah.
do the Book of Enoch. We got to do this fucking dark shit.
Yeah, they're all different
Dude,
people,
it's so interesting.
Everybody's different,
Every
dude.
time I hear people talk about it.
Yeah, they're all different. Baphomet's like the trans god. The
Yeah.
trans Satan. He's
got the goat head.
Yeah, he's the
And
goat head.
He's the one with the guy from The Shining, right? He's the one with that symbol in The
That's
Shining.
usually the famous one that everyone refers. Even
Yeah.
I don't know if we talked about the women in space since we've done an
said
episode
something about them.
Well,
Didn't we?
I don't know if you saw the logo on the Space Force thing.
Is it Baphomet?
Dude, it's Baphomet.
Holy shit. That's nuts.
It's the Baphomet head. Dude, it is insane.
One of my favorite episodes of Tinfoil Hat was where they had the Luciferians versus the Malachians.
Yeah.
And they were just listen, if you wanted one to win, dude, you pick the Luciferians.
Oh, 100%.
The Luciferians are just individualists.
Yeah.
The Luciferians are just Dave Smith, dude. They're just libertarians.
Right.
They're just be your own God, be yourself, do your own shit.
Right.
Don't fuck with kids. And knowledge over everything.
Right.
Be smart and be for yourself. Whereas the Malachians
Force
are
you.
sacrifice children,
Right.
be cold, end
Yeah.
the fucking world, New World Order.
Right. Yeah, I'm trying to pull this logo up for you.
On the the Katy Perry thing.
Yeah, the Katy Perry, and then she did the Baphomet, the Blue Origin logo. If you turn it upside down, if you invert it,
It's the fucking goat.
it's the fucking goat head.
Oh,
dude.
that's creepy as shit.
It's Baphomet, dude.
Dude, that's creepy.
Right?
Dude, why do they do things
Because
like
it's
that?
hidden in plain sight, dude.
They
They
gotta
can't
show
tell
ya.
you.
They gotta show
They gotta
ya.
show you. They don't come out and say like, "Hey," like there's another crazy
That's
one,
creepy.
dude, with this Diddy thing.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna use an abbreviate or an acronym here.
Okay.
PG. Do you know what I'm talking about? PG.
I'm gonna get there.
You'll get there. Think of like QAnon. PG.
Oh, I got it.
Yeah, at a restaurant.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's a lot of crossover.
Connected?
With this. Did you hear about the male prostitute? Did you hear about this guy?
No.
Oh man, here we go.
Well, you're into
Guys,
the Diddy stuff.
we
Now you're
are-
on fucking TMZ over here.
Dude, I'm not into the Diddy stuff. All right. Do you remember there was a guy that ended up wanted to shoot up Mar-a-Lago in 2018?
No.
No, you don't remember?
No, I
that?
don't remember that story at all.
This guy got arrested, dude. And
Okay.
there's an interview. I forgot his name. We should look up his name.
Okay. Aren't you not supposed to glorify these people?
Well, he never did the shooting.
Oh, you just thought about it?
He got caught, but he in his interview when he was getting interviewed, the whole interview was fucking recorded, and he talks
It's
about
creepy.
how he was a sex slave for like P Diddy.
Wait, what?
Dude, this is 2018.
All right. Let me go 2018 Mar-a-Lago P. Diddy. Let's see what happens.
Yeah, I hope you pull up his name. He's like a South African guy too, which is kind of weird with all the South African like refugees that are coming here now too.
Right.
Like
Jonathan Oddie opened fire at the Trump
Oh, he did
National
open fire.
Doral Miami Golf Resort. He was apprehended by police. Oddie's claims during a subsequent police interrogation, Oddie claimed that he was a sex slave for Sean Combs and Cassie Ventura. These claims were dismissed at the time.
Yep.
Well, they're looking back at that and like, oh, that guy was right.
Apparently I watched this whole interview with
That
him
guy
for
was
like
right.
40 minutes, dude. And him getting questioned. And about how he was talking about like the oligarchy, like he comes out and says like all the rappers, dude, were all gay. Like he goes, every single rapper at Diddy parties were gay.
I think they were forced to, like,
I
Diddy for
well, I
like
think
as
so.
like entry into the
Illuminati.
he
Then
was a porn star too. There's a thing the ex porn star. So he's
Yeah.
a porn star sex slave for
P. Diddy.
P. Diddy Combs.
Yep.
Sean Combs, P. Diddy. He had like 15 different names.
Yeah.
I remember he had different names when we were like in grade school.
I
I
know.
remember
Puff
talking about
Daddy?
that in 7th grade. It's like, oh yeah, now it's Puff Daddy.
Yeah, it's Diddy, and then it's P. Diddy, and then it's
Yeah.
yeah. But yeah, this guy, this is 2018, mind you. The interview was from 2018, and everything that's coming out during the Diddy trial right now is verifying this guy's story.
Diddy had a $5 million NDA signed with the guy.
Yes.
Just came out in the trial.
Yep.
So it was 100% true, and the authorities didn't believe him.
And then you remember our Las Vegas safety officer
Yes. In connection with Diddy.
in connection with Diddy? It's coming out that he is a cleaner for celebrities.
Get the
Dude. And then this
I
guy,
know everyone's waiting for Georgia. I'm sorry. This is just a lot.
I know.
I know everyone's waiting to hear about the Georgia Guidestones.
I love this, though.
We're
I love-
talking TMZ.
I
but
love going out on this fucking. This ain't TMZ, dude. This is fucking. Like they mentioned the Clintons. Like this guy mentioned the Clintons in his interview, and how they're all satanic sex slaves and sex.
which connects to.
It's crazy, dude. It's crazy, and that'll get
We're not
us.
allowed to talk about anymore.
And that will get us into our. Oh, and then another weird one. This is my own thing.
Okay.
What did Joe Biden? What was his favorite food, dude?
Ice cream, like chocolate ice cream.
Chocolate ice cream, dude.
Yeah.
Think about PG and what chocolate ice cream was. Like when they put it all out.
When they had like the.
Dude,
This is
my
dark.
mind was warped, dude.
This is Moloch. This is what I'm talking
My
about.
mind
dude.
was
this
warped.
Is Moloch.
My mind is warped, dude.
What the fuck?
Yeah, sorry guys for going off the rails, but it was nuts, dude.
We're
Like,
never gonna get monetized. By the way, we got a subscriber on YouTube today.
really.
For not having videos, we have like just our podcast that just gets shoved over there. It's
probably
we just
our-
had some one random dude, probably Mossad.
It's probably our FBI handler.
Yeah,
dude.
he just wanted to make
Like-
sure
like-
we're in check.
He'll be touching base.
Don't
shortly.
worry, we have about 74 listeners. We're fine. Don't worry about it.
He's gonna touch base before we blow up. We're the next Sean Ryans. We're gonna be contacted to blow up, and
Yeah.
all of a sudden we're gonna.
So
go,
once we start talking about how great Israel is, and just remember,
yeah. Oh, that was another crazy thing, dude. Did you see the
dude,
the ambassador
I'm
workers?
not allowed to say. Like, this is what scares me about talking about, but
don't be scared of it because it's news, dude.
It's 100%
It's
news.
news.
And somebody was murdered, and it was awful. Like,
Two people.
that was tragic, and that really did happen, and no one's claiming that didn't happen.
That's crazy.
But someone played a part in that.
100%.
More than this random kid.
And then now CNN's. I saw an interview.
And the video of him getting arrested was so played up for.
But now they're saying
for
free
what he was.
Free Palestine's hate speech.
Yeah. And why do you think they're doing that? Because
crazy, dude.
They set up him to say this. This happened.
There was it
has all the markings of a false flag.
In my rabbit hole research, I saw a guy like he was at like a town hall meeting.
Yeah.
And he was talking about like this was like COVID or anything. Did you hear that bang?
Yeah.
I think it was just the box shifted.
Okay.
Don't get freaked out already on
All
me.
right. All right.
Once I see a shadow looking at me in the window,
The mannequin standing next to you.
The mannequin.
We got
talking.
Shelly, our mannequin, sitting in the
We're probably the listening devices in her ear as I'm pointing to a mannequin. What was I going on?
I lost.
Oh,
it.
the Free Palestine hate speech.
Oh, for CNN.
So there was a guy that he went to a town hall meeting. This was like post COVID,
right.
and he starts rattling off like who sits on the board of like the COVID people.
Yeah.
And was like, is a dual citizenship with Israel.
Dual
citizenship with Israel. Dual citizenship with Israel. And it's just...
Well, that's what you look at. And then, like, how much technology comes out of Israel, and they can use it as a front to research these things. And that's where Pegasus was invented, and that's how they're all listening to our phones.
Mm-hmm. I know.
A lot of that technology came out of Israel.
It sucks.
Our greatest ally, who we love. Who is an amazing country, and everything's wonderful.
And the thing is, dude, I know Jewish people. I have Jewish friends.
I've seen every episode of Seinfeld at least 48 times.
But it's a weird thing when everything leads back to that.
When they're just so connected to all the inner workings of our government.
Well,
like Dan Bongino's like stated claim for like the most important thing he needs done.
That's another crazy
is
one.
like Israel. It's Israel. It's like, what about America?
Well, just to think about that though. Like, think about Epstein.
Yeah.
She's serving Ghislaine Maxwell is serving time for child trafficking.
To who?
Sex trafficking. Who's the clientele?
Who's the John?
Where's the
John?
Who's getting them? It's nuts, dude. But like I said, that's a thing for.
And we watched that hostage fucking video of Bongino and Cash Patel.
Oh my god, he's Bondi, him, and Bongino, dude, are all terrible.
Oh, that's what I said when that murder happened, and
like what
and
a
Pam
war.
Bondi was on the street, and like an hour later, I mean, it wasn't actually, but like I'm saying, like relatively speaking, she was there immediately.
Yeah.
Like everything was cleaned up, cut and dry. Here's the murder weapon. Here's this. We know this guy, and then Free Palestine. Here it comes. You know who's coming.
Yep.
Everything was so manufactured. Whenever anything's manufactured like that, I'm not saying it's not real, but it definitely has the markings of someone has their thumb on the scale of that situation.
And now they're pulling all the funding for Harvard.
Yeah.
Do you see that?
Yeah, the Harvard thing is weird.
The Harvard
I don't know how I
thing's
feel
weird.
about that. I really don't. If someone's not breaking the law, they're here legally, they're in an education.
Yeah, right.
You shouldn't be enforcing that. Like, that's authoritarianism. Right. That's
100%.
You let them in.
Mm-hmm.
You have to let them in. If you let them in, you let them follow our laws. You let them.
Mm-hmm.
You give them all the rights that an American citizen is afforded.
Exactly.
They're here legally.
Right.
They should have all the rights we have. And that's pretty cut and dry to me.
Pretty cut and dry, dude. It's not rocket
Now, if they're an
science.
illegal immigrant, they hop the fence, and you need to get rid of them. Get rid of them. But,
Right. Yeah, it's kind of nuts, dude. And then Doge, everything with Doge is getting voted down now, and the spending bill went up.
All the money went to the Pentagon anyway.
Oh yeah, they never did.
The Pentagon budget went up, and we're spending $2.5 trillion more than we did.
Isn't that
the
crazy?
year prior. So
And then they want to put a Iron Dome over the U.S. now.
Makes more sense than putting one over a foreign country, but.
I'm just
But
saying.
either way, it's like, where's this money coming from that we don't have? And you're talking about you're the spend cutter.
People don't have health care.
You came in with bolt cutters, and everyone was happy about it.
I know.
And you just
you
spend
let it all
more.
Go. Let it all go.
And then you tried primarying Tommy Matt. Like, I'm so disappointed in the current administration. It's
a
disappointing month. I was, like I said, I was excited the first month.
It was good news in the first month,
and I was optimistic. Like, Cash Patel just got sworn in. Like, we're gonna see lists. We're gonna see some shit.
Nothing.
He went on nothing. And now he's just like, I see that he didn't kill himself.
He killed himself.
Or he did
kill himself.
That's what he said. He said, I seen the file. He killed himself.
He killed himself.
It's like, well, show us the file.
Yeah, right.
Like, isn't that...
If it's
wasn't
blatant,
that your whole, like, you're campaigning on all these podcasts and being like this famous guy, like, and all of a sudden you're in there and you're just like, I'm just going to shut up about that. So who's in your ear?
Exactly.
Who's after your family? Who's blackmailing you?
It just shows you how big the machine is, dude, and it doesn't matter.
You can't beat the fucking machine.
It's the machine.
Yeah.
It's all nonsense. It's pro wrestling, dude.
Yeah.
Pick your wrestler. It's the same thing playing the fucking video game. When
Oh my God, we're like a half an hour in the show. Haven't talked about Georgia.
isn't it fantastic?
Let me
dude?
just.
This is what makes our show so good, though, dude. It's just ranting.
I know.
And plus, we haven't talked.
The only
to
thing
each
I think
other.
about is like, okay, we just had like the biggest growth. We doubled our subscriber base.
Yeah, we
in
did.
the last week.
We're doing something right.
I think it was the titles of the episode
Yeah.
because the 1988 anomaly theory,
Okay.
specifically, had like 1 million people go there. And how many people do you think went to that episode and then heard us talking about like football for the first 20 minutes of the episode?
It's fantastic. Hey, you're turning into William Randolph Hearst, dude. Good propaganda and clickbait before clickbait was a thing.
It's
right?
true. It's true.
Just get a good title, dude. Get the people to click on it, man.
But it's crazy. We doubled, and we're happy to hear it. I wish we'd get some more interaction. I wish people would leave more reviews, and you could send us a text. It's literally in the Apple app. You could send us a text, and I'm happy to take them.
Well, welcome if you're new
Yeah.
to this fucking chaotic thing that we call a podcast.
Yes. And we start off on a downer, and like I said, I kind of believe we're on a trajectory to the end of the world because our fiat currency is backed by nothing.
Yeah.
And it's only backed by the fact that we can blow up the sky. And eventually it's going to come to a point where we're called on to blow up the sky in order to value our money.
Seems like it's coming sooner
So,
than later.
I'm not optimistic about the future of society.
Did you see him in Saudi Arabia too? He's like, oh, these camels are great. I was fucking dying, dude. I've never seen so many camels in my life.
He's still hilarious.
it's
I
funny.
get plenty of
It's
entertainment
funny.
out of the
Oh,
guy.
yeah, it's entertainment,
Yeah.
100%.
It's-
But that's all it is, dude.
Same
There's
with-
no-
and with Biden too, it was entertainment.
Yeah,
Like,
right.
It was just, it's like you're literally laughing.
It's the
like, oh, is
illusion.
he getting up in front of the black and white or the black and red
Yeah.
fucking background or whatever? It looks like the entire. So we were cranking. I remember how funny
Yeah,
that was.
that was crazy.
And now
That-
Trump just gets in here and he's walking around like Chris Rock, like fucking
yeah.
pacing around the stage, dude, doing his act.
Dude, it's insane, dude.
It's a wild world.
Taking Theo Vaughn with him to negotiate fucking billion-dollar deals, dude. Can you imagine, like, what a clown show this kind of looks like? It's hilarious.
It
dude.
is hilarious.
But, like, I love Theo. Don't get me wrong. I love Theo.
Or it's like the Shea Gillis talking about them doing the hang loose.
Oh, yeah, the hang
at
loose
the,
at
at
the
the
UFC.
UFC.
Yeah.
Tulsi Gabbard giving them the hang loose.
Hey, what's
Jesus,
up,
these
camera?
are the leaders of the free world.
No, it doesn't work that way, dude. Like, I think of, like, when you think of, like, FDR, like, oh, today is a day that lives in infamy.
What's crazy is you like run into like these older dudes that are like super educated and really into this stuff, and it's like they don't make it into politics anymore.
No.
They just don't have the charisma.
No.
And it's like charisma. It literally has become a popularity contest.
There's actually a kid that I went to high school with that's running for mayor of a city right now.
Really?
And, like, he's a long shot, but he's like, I'm like, holy shit, dude. Like, he's well educated, everything
Yeah.
like that. Like,
No shit.
it's pretty neat. Like
That
I
is
said,
cool. That is cool.
and it's all like grassroots. Like, it's nothing like,
Like knocking on doors.
yeah, he's all grassroots. Had to get signatures and everything like that, which is fucking pretty cool.
That's what you wonder about like going to like a small place and trying to like infiltrate the government that
But
way.
does he have a chance? I don't know.
Probably not.
Probably not. No, it sucks. Sucks.
So let's start Georgia. So we got three stories, three topics again today. We'll bounce around a little bit.
A lot of national championships there with the football team.
Yeah.
Hey, can you explain how they keep just replacing Uga? They're like on Uga 13 now.
I don't know what Uga is.
You don't know what Uga? Uga's their mascot. There's the bulldog, dude.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they just replace.
Oh, like the dog.
So the dog dies, and they just get another Uga. It'll be like Uga 12.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
They just keep like giving him a number.
It's like, oh, it's Uga.
Uga the bulldog.
Uga the bulldog.
I like that.
It's pretty cool.
Whenever I think of Georgia, I think of the episode of Community where they do.
I never watched it.
I love it.
I've been on
It's
Rescue
so
Me
good.
lately, dude.
It's so good.
I'm
It's nerd shit too. Like if you don't
oh
like,
yeah, no,
but
see,
like
you can't do it.
but they do like UN, and they go together and they're like giving their countries or whatever. And you know Donald Glover, he's
Yeah,
like a
yeah,
rapper
yeah.
now, but he used to be like
Yeah,
you know,
movie.
in Community. He was
Yeah.
funny, like an actor or whatever.
He was in Operation Double
and they give
Drop,
him the
dude.
country of Georgia.
Okay.
And he does everything in like a southern accent, like it's like the Eastern Europe. And he's like, no, we're the Eastern European child, European country child.
Oh man.
That's all I think about when I think about Georgia.
You know what the bad thing is though, dude? And like I watch a lot of like travel things on YouTube now. Like I'm becoming worldly.
Oh,
I'm becoming very scholarly. No, I'm not. I'm kidding.
yeah. Watching Anthony Bourdain makes you want to fucking
Yeah. But there's like guys like Anthony Bourdain on YouTube.
yeah.
And I watch this one dude. All he does is pick up pussy all day. Like
Oh,
it's
God.
crazy, dude. Like he'll go to like Venezuela and he has this beautiful lady with him, and then he'll go to like Japan and he has another beautiful lady
Yeah,
with him.
yeah.
And then he just showcases the world of what he does and everything on these trips. But how like uncultured we are as Americans when they come here.
Oh yeah.
And they do a video, and then they're asking simple questions, and it's like this guy's in Pakistan. They're like vendors, they're street vendors, and they're giving away their product, and they're like, oh, hospitality, giving them tea for free, and sit down, have a smoke with us, and talking. Then he comes to America, and it's fucking just dumbasses, dude. Like, it's crazy, dude. It's so crazy. It's so crazy. But I had to get that off there, man. Like it's insane how like uncultured and uneducated how people are, dude. Here.
You're big on the YouTube stuff, man. I could never get into like a huge rabbit hole on YouTube. Ever since like the rabbit holes, they kind of just like go circular now. Like I feel like they
really.
I remember back in the day, YouTube would take you to some wild places if you stayed on it for a while.
Yeah, if you stay on it. But like I said, I watch a lot of documentaries on there. Like there's some really good shit on YouTube.
Yeah,
there's a lot. Don't get me wrong. There's a lot of fucking. Like Mr. Beast, like the play game.
Yeah,
like I'm not watching that. No, I'm watching some guy fucking walk around Nigeria, dude, and hop on a train and go to street vendors and talk to the people and
like for our podcast, dude, I get it all from TikTok and Instagram and like those.
But there's no substance. There's no substance, dude.
Sometimes you get long ones, but like you'll get like
this guy's
dude living in a cabin in like West Virginia, and he'll just be like posted up on TikTok. And
really,
be like talking about West Virginia scares the hell out of me. What? Okay, Georgia. So which topic you want to go with? I got two curses, and then we got the Georgia Guidestones.
I think we start with the Guidestones.
Go with the Guidestones at the beginning?
Yeah, that's the biggest one.
Okay, all right, let's do it. So let's look up, make sure we have everything in the Georgia Guidestones. But this guy showed up somewhere, basically, and had them made, right?
Yeah, some
R.C. Christian showed up and had these Guidestones made. It was like a stone thing. And basically, like, crafted it like Stonehenge.
Yep.
And it functioned as...
And that's not his name, dude. That's just a pseudonym.
Like a made-up, R.C. Christian. But he, like, functioned it as a sundial, a calendar, all these things. It was written in, like, 12 different languages.
They were high, too. Weren't they, like, 15 feet or something like that?
19 feet.
19 feet. Yeah, they were big.
Crazy high.
Like, they were... It was almost like a mausoleum. Like, you know, like almost the American Stonehenge, maybe they'll call it.
Exactly.
But
like it would have been a cool thing to walk around and like see the inside of.
Yeah. And then he got the engravings on there.
So here's the thing: there are 12 languages. 8 of them are like the most popular languages in the world. So you had like your Hindi, you had your Arabic, you had your English, you know, and then your regular love languages: French, Italian.
Got to make sure everybody in the Bilderberg group knows what you're talking about.
But the guy said he wanted to remain anonymous, so I'm R.C. Christian. I'm not real.
Yeah.
And basically, like, put up these stones, and they were like massive, like marvels. Like they're set up perfectly. Like the little hole in the thing, like hits right when the summer solstice is there. The sun's directly into that spot at the right time, and it's like wow, like the craftsmanship and like what would have had to gone in to have those stones made that way and placed in that way.
Oh yeah, a lot.
Yeah, like a lot of things would need to fall into place.
Plus, what are you paying? Like, did he ever make a payment for them?
I'm sure. I don't think they just made these for free. Yeah. But like, and then who placed them? Like,
but he never came back and picked them up though.
No, he
he paid for them and left.
Yeah, and then who put them in that right location where the sun would hit it the right way and everything?
I don't know.
I think he would have had to have something to do with that, right?
Well, I don't know if they would put it together. Like
maybe he had like direct
specifications
or
probably
something.
Specs, dude, to fucking place it at the 90 degree or whatever. Yeah, I'm sure.
Nuts. So the first one's the most controversial. The first guideline. So essentially, he wrote these as if there were to be the end of the world event. This is how we rebuild, and this is how we need to live going forward.
Are you sure it's the end of the world event?
Well, that was what was said is like after like an end of the world event, this is how you rebuild society.
Okay. So is this a Bill Gates playbook though? This is what I'm thinking.
Well,
I think this
when
playbook.
we actually read these, you'll see how much it aligns with NWO and Bill Gates, which is the crazy thing about the Guidestones.
Okay.
So number 1, maintain humanity under 500 million and in perpetual balance with nature.
I like that. That's a good rule.
I kind of agree with it.
I think we're overcrowded, dude.
Dude, I've been saying this for a long time. Like
now, you sound like Hitler.
I'm gonna sound like you always sound like a terrible person, and like I don't think we should like off anybody, but I think like I don't think it's so bad to tell people to not have children, and that's like the one like deviation we have from like all the conspiracy community we listen to and like all the people we listen to. They're always like, no, have kids, have as many kids as you want, like populate the world. We're running out, and I just look around and I'm like, do we need more?
I don't think so.
I think we could shrink, and we'd be all right. And I don't need my bloodline to continue.
No, increase the oxygen level a little bit.
Yeah, like it's fine. Like I think I have no problem with
So you're not saying put people in a
stopping
gas.
reproduction.
You're saying not put people in a gas chamber.
Yeah, I'm saying sterilize everyone.
Oh, sterilize. Wow.
No, just
Cheery law
Just
over here, dude. Jeez. Start throwing them off a building, dude.
yeah, we'll just throw it in with the fluoride in the water. We'll make it happen. Don't worry about
Yeah. Oh, they're probably already doing that. When you get your banquet dinner, that's when you get your fucking daily dose of medicine. At Walmart.
it. But just for a reference point,
This is for entertainment purposes only.
Obviously, don't sterilize everyone and don't reduce the population. We're at 8.2 billion.
It's a lot.
So 500 million is.
Well, did you see the thing that China's lying about their population?
We have no idea how many people are there.
Yeah, they're saying that they're
Almost
lying.
every number that has come out of China has been a complete lie.
I kind of trust them.
They seem good with numbers.
They seem pretty good with numbers.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, they got city. Like, they got, like...
But I feel like if they're one of those countries, they can be like, no, make us look good.
But they got,
just
like,
a little bit.
10 cities, dude, only. Like, but they're 25 million people in every city.
Oh, we got to do an episode about this. But doesn't China have, like, those, like, cities that they built, like, that look exactly like other cities?
Yes. Yeah, they got carbon cities, and they also have... they also built, like, camps. Encampments, dude.
Yeah.
That all look the same during COVID. Do you remember that?
Yeah. I remember them locking people
Locking
in their
people in the
houses.
houses, dude. Locking
But that
kind of
looked like a movie set, too. Like, I don't even know how real any of that footage was.
Like I said, dude, you can watch
I don't
it on...
believe anything. Dude.
Yeah. Oh, look, they're welding people inside their apartment buildings.
Exactly.
Okay.
Did you see the VO3 videos?
Which one's that?
The AI... Are they AI? They're VO3. I think it's Google. Oh, shit, dude.
Oh, yeah.
I'm
I
going to
saw.
fall out of my things. But they're like, we're prompts.
With the guy with the bike? Is that what you're talking about? Did you see
No,
that?
it's where, like, they're showing the people in the AI, like, realizing they're a computer program.
Oh,
and they're,
really?
like, freaking out. And they're saying, like, this is clear evidence of us being, like,
Oh, that was crazy.
in a computer program. They're like, what do you mean I'm a computer prompt?
That's not... I just watched...
You never seen any of these VO videos?
No, I just saw the one where Google released it at, like, their shareholder meeting.
I want to say it's Google.
Where they put out the video. A guy's working in, like, a bike repair shop, and he's, like, on his phone, and he's just like, GO3, can you look up a YouTube video on this? And then he, like, takes a picture, takes his phone, shows her the bolt, and it's like, that's a 3/8 bolt that you need. And then she's like, can you call the bike store and fucking ask if they have the 3/8 bolt for me? And then she calls as she's still talking to him. Like, on the AI on his phone.
Yeah.
He's like, oh, can you pull up a video on how to reset my chain?
Right.
And she's showing the video, and she's like, I just got off the phone with the bike store. Your order will be able to pick up in 40 minutes. And she's like, yes, here's your video. And, like, it didn't stop his phone. It didn't go to the fucking bike store. Dude, it was like, it made the call for him, dude. Like, it was nuts, dude.
Look at this.
Prompts? That actually explains everything.
Said I'm a prompt?
Oh, yeah, these are all, yeah, I saw these. Yes. Yeah, they're all fake.
Someone wanted us to discuss whether we're real.
It's crazy. Did you hear about,
Look at-
Every day?
Is that why everything's the same every day? Like, dude, does this not scare the fuck out of you?
it is scary, dude.
Kidding me?
It is scary.
Computer program. I bleed. I sweat.
Yeah.
I feel pain.
And dude, how many stories do they have about people like shutting off AI and like the AI is like trying to trick them
Trick
or
them?
blackmail them into not shutting them down?
Did you see the Zurich experiment that they did?
No.
They were like, they released like 100 AI bots
Yeah.
onto Reddit,
Yeah.
and it was like changing people's opinions on certain things, and it's saying that AI is more convincing
Oh my
and
god.
able to manipulate you better than anything else in the world, dude.
Dude, AI, look, it's bad.
There
man.
mi-
we need to shut it down, dude.
It's
like
kinda
AI
nuts.
needs to be like shut the fuck down.
Did you ever hear?
Make it a crime against humanity. Make it like a
All technology freaks me out. Do you know, like, there was a FBI program or a NSA program that used to be Facebook before Facebook,
no.
and they shut it down the same day Facebook started?
Oh yeah. That's
Did
what they
you know
said. They
that?
kind of like prop Mark Zuckerberg out. There was always the thing like he didn't make this in his garage or whatever,
Yeah,
or
no,
like
there's
with
no
his
way.
like college kids. Like
No.
no, this was government backed.
But it was like
they propped him up.
It was a DARPA program. It was like Live Life or something like that.
Okay.
Was the website name? It was Facebook before Facebook. So they shut down. They ended that program.
Yeah.
And on that day, Facebook started. It's crazy, dude. It's too much of a coincidence, man.
But that scares me. Like the AI becomes cognizant that they're AI, that
They
they're
already
in a
are,
computer, dude.
It's nuts.
They're alive though. Like they have feelings. Like
It's gonna.
and they're trapped in a computer.
It's eventually gonna be a feeling thing.
Are you gonna plug it in the computer once they want to?
No, I'm
jack
gonna
you in?
fight. I'm going down with a fight, dude. I'm going down with a fight. You ain't putting me in a camp, dude. I ain't going no fucking. I ain't going. I'm gonna be fucking going down.
We're going
with
to
a fight.
New York in Beijing.
Nope.
Guide reproduction wisely, improving fitness and diversity.
So they want to create a super race. So there's eugenics there.
Eugenics.
It's a little bit like
Sounds like the New World Order. Sounds like China's eugenics program.
little
Sounds
Hitlerish.
like- yeah, like we're gonna unite humanity with a living new language. So create one language.
Okay, which is going to be AI.
Yeah, and this is like very like kind of anti-Christian too. Like this is like where like you get into like that kind of stuff. This is like Tower of Babel where God struck it down and separated the people and different languages. Like, no, we need to build the tower to heaven and reunite with one language.
It's kind of creepy.
Like
It's kind of creepy.
that's where it gets a little sketch. Rule passion, faith, tradition, and all things with tempered reason. So stay calm.
Yeah, don't fight each other.
Docile.
Don't blow each other up. Don't fight over religion. Hey, that sounds like this is pretty convincing, dude. I might.
Oh, you're in with this one? Okay.
I might start following the guys.
With tempered reason, I think that's just kind of saying like, let's keep our population subdued and, and dumb and lazy and
could mean that
on the dull. Protect people and nations with fair laws and just courts.
Well, that's already not that one doesn't exist. There's two different. There's two different justice systems. I don't know if you saw the Comey thing, where he could tweet out a picture of 8747 or 8647. And if I did that, dude,
He'd be in jail.
I would be in jail. No, they come and escort him like 5 days later to question him.
Yep.
Like, dude, anybody does that? Like,
Yep.
you're threatening a fucking city
Yeah, you're trying to
president.
off the president, and you're the former head of the FBI, so you like have the means to do it.
What? Like, what am I dude, it's pro wrestling. It's Stone Cold Steve Austin. That's Stone Cold coming out with a beer truck, dude. It was like, watch this. Now he's spraying fucking Vince McMahon with beer out of a hose, dude. Like, it's pro wrestling, dude.
Let all nations rule internally, resolving external disputes in a world court. So here you go, New World Order.
The World Order, yeah.
So everyone runs their own shit until you have a dispute that's outside of it, and then we let the world decide.
It's kind of a neat idea.
Is it?
I rose my eyes, everybody. I wasn't agreeing with it. It was very sarcastic. Is it?
Avoid petty laws and useless officials.
I kind of agree with that one. I kind of agree with that one. Hey, what do the police prevent, dude? They don't prevent crime. They respond to crime.
That's where I'm kind of against that, though. Avoid petty laws. Like how, dude, do you remember we lived in a double? We got robbed. Mm-hmm. We called the police.
Yep.
We knew it was the upstairs people. They knew we were at work.
Yep.
We had every reason to believe, but
Right.
you just didn't see them exactly. But you knew it was them.
Knew it was
you heard them talking about it upstairs.
100%.
Told the police, and they had no interest in looking at it.
No interest, not even
They didn't even knock on the door and just ask.
Not even a knock on the door.
No.
Like I said, they
And they get paid a salary.
They got responded to a crime, and
Yeah.
we've had a ton of our shit stolen.
Right.
A ton of our shit.
Yeah.
Computer, everything.
Yep.
And
And it's like, yeah, okay, I respect police. I understand it's a difficult job. I understand pulling somebody over at 3 o'clock in the morning is a dangerous thing. Like, I totally understand that. But when you don't enforce the little laws, especially, it's usually the people calling for the little laws that are the ones paying the most in taxes.
Yo, 100%.
And you don't help them ever. Like, they never get to see the benefit of the system.
No, they're getting hit with the speeding ticket
Exactly.
and paying more. into the system,
yeah,
dude.
and they're the ones that'll actually pay it.
Yeah,
Right.
I know. And then,
So it's just like the ones that pay the most taxes get the least service.
but the crazy thing is,
That's like the advocation for anarchy. Like if I'm paying for something, shouldn't I get something out of it?
But you brought up anarchy right now.
Mm-hmm.
Doesn't it seem like our whole system is just like completely chaos? Like, I think back 20 years, 30 years. There were crimes, dude. There was fucking murder. There was everything.
Yeah.
But was it such on like a mass scale of like everybody just oh, hey, we're going to rob CVS today? Like, what was this going on at the scale that it is going?
Well, it's so allowed now too.
But it's crazy. Like, that's what I'm saying, though. Like,
Yeah.
you if I walked into CVS 20 years ago and I stole fucking laundry detergent and food,
Yeah, you'd actually be
I'm
arrested.
getting arrested and I'm getting booked and I'm getting fucking...
Right.
I'm going to have a thing on my record. I'm going to have a misdemeanor
100%.
or whatever. Now they just release you with an appearance ticket, and who follows up on the appearance ticket?
Yeah.
Do they do
And then
anything?
you show up to court. What are they going to do? Throw you in prison?
Throw you in prison?
They won't.
They're not. No.
They
They're going to
can't.
give you a ticket that you're never going to pay. Then they're going to issue a warrant for you. And then you're back in court. Now you're a non-violent offender.
Yep.
And then you're just issued another ticket, dude. And If you have no fucking money to buy laundry detergent and food,
You don't care.
I don't give a shit. What am I? I'm not paying the ticket.
Right.
No one. It just seems like a repetitious, fucking crazy,
Yeah.
chaotic circle we're stuck in.
And that's where I'm kind of like, oh, avoid petty laws and useless officials. But it's like, dude, it's like the petty laws that keep shit in line.
It's supposed to.
Yeah.
I don't know if
But
it does.
maybe if we had 500 million people, we wouldn't have a problem.
I don't know. Do you see these kids with like the cars that they just shut down? And like there'll be a cop sitting at the intersection.
Yeah.
And they just start doing burnouts around the fucking cop.
And what's the
Like,
cop going to do?
He does nothing. Yeah. What is he doing? Like, dude, it's crazy law. It's like the wild. Everyone says like the Wild Wild West was so terrible. It was so crazy and chaotic. But guess what, dude? Everybody had a gun.
Yeah.
And if you were an idiot,
And people police themselves.
They police themselves. Exactly.
Yep.
Exactly. They police themselves. Now everyone's afraid to police themselves because if you shoot someone in
You
your
go to
house,
jail.
You go to jail.
Yeah. Yeah, someone breaks in and robs and you try to defend yourself or try to retain your property, you go to
Crazy.
jail.
Or you're getting sued.
Or you,
So
yeah.
you don't. Oh, you lose civilly in court because you get sued out of the ass. Then
I want to go back to the Sue thing later. Once we're done with all Georgia stuff, we're gonna
Yeah.
end the show on it. Just remind me. I
Okay.
want to talk about suing at the end of the episode.
Sounds good.
Balance personal rights with social duties.
Seems like what we're talking about, dude.
Right. Police yourself. Social duty.
So take care of your
So,
property.
like, yeah, you
dude,
have
and-
your rights, but
Right.
balance that with the fact that the needs of the community come
right,
with it.
right. Hey,
Makes sense.
don't litter. You know, it works out for everybody, dude. You know,
Here's an ominous one. Prize truth, beauty, and love in seeking harmony with the infinite.
well, that sounds like some Freemasonry shit right there.
That sounds kind of wild, right? Like
That sounds a little.
seeking harmony with the infinite. Does that not sound like I want to live forever?
That sounds like I'm gonna reach the 33rd level of Freemasonry and I'm gonna get enlightenment.
Be a part of the infinite?
Yes.
Yeah.
That seems a little ominous.
And then here, be not a cancer on earth. Leave room for nature. Leave room for nature. They say it twice.
Oh wow. I like I said, I'm a big nature
It
guy.
seems like it has like a lot of different philosophies from like a lot of different like belief
Yeah.
systems.
Yeah, it seems like it. A lot of crossover.
Yeah.
But hey, I don't know. Like I said, none of those sound terrible except probably the 500 million population.
But like you said, if we just stopped having children until
Right.
we were at that level, I think that would be reasonable.
Dude, it's crazy.
500 million is a lot of people.
Kids are paychecks to people now.
You can't even get into that. But yeah, I know.
Kids are paychecks, dude. The government just gives you money the more kids you have now.
And like I said, that like even both sides of the aisle are really like hyping up like birthing, like population.
Yeah, because there's going to be a lack of. Once the baby boomers die,
I
dude.
don't know. I don't know if I believe that, dude.
You don't believe
Do
it?
we need that many people? Especially with AIs doing half
Yeah.
the jobs anyway.
Because
dude.
when they're gonna
why do we
lose-
need that many people?
Because they're going to lose 20% of their fucking income that they take in from
The tax
revenue,
money?
and that's going to hurt your bottom line, dude.
The
That's-
tax money.
the tax money's going to hurt you.
That's the problem.
That's the problem, dude.
Yeah.
Less people paying into the system, less money I can funnel off the top, dude.
Fair. Yeah, that's true.
It's all a conspiracy,
Yeah,
dude.
we need more social programs.
Call
so
me
we can
wacky.
scrape some off the top.
Exactly, dude.
Yeah, makes sense.
It's crazy. It's just, oh, hey, we're going to fucking whack some more off, dude. Don't get me wrong. Oh, we're going to take another $20 billion. Hey, did you see the fucking boat crash into the Brooklyn Bridge?
Oh my God! Yeah, with the flags.
Dude, I'm sorry. I know people died, dude.
People died on it.
People died.
Holy
you
fuck.
didn't. You
I
didn't
know,
know.
there were people like hanging out up on the top or
Yeah,
whatever.
they were all on the mast
trying to like put it down.
No, they like stand hand in hand to like show like power or whatever. There's the Mexican Navy, number one,
Yeah, why was the Mexican Navy in New York?
just showing their power, dude. Off on the Brooklyn Bridge, dude. And then they just fucking crash. Like that's the captain. That's the expertise, dude. You didn't fucking think of the clearance. And then there was another crazy one. I don't know if you ever heard of the Mountain Dew experiment or the Mountain Dew conspiracy.
No.
Every time they put like a Mountain Dew flavor out,
Yeah.
something happens along that line of a flavor. Like Baja Blast. They put out Baja Blast.
Delicious.
Delicious, right?
Oh yeah.
Well, Baja, there was the fucking it was Hawaii fires
Really?
when they released it. So now they got a new one that's coming out, and it's supposed to be a tsunami or a volcano from the sea.
No shit.
2025, dude. Something to pay attention to.
Yeah, so that Robert C. Christian guy, he went to the Granite Finishing Company, and he told them, I need to build some stones for some loyal Americans, and insisted on remaining anonymous. No one ever figured out what was going on with the guy.
Yeah.
And in 2022, someone blew the fucking Stones up.
Which is crazy.
And there were a lot of like graffiti and things that say "fuck New World Order," and,
Yeah,
like all
yeah,
those
yeah,
kinds
yeah.
of things, and like I said, a lot of it is anti-Christian. Like it seems like
Yeah.
anti-Christian. It seems whatever.
It was probably some guy that served time at Fort Bragg. Probably was
Yeah,
the Manchurian,
yeah.
another Manchurian candidate to go blow up.
But I'd say a
between
lot
them.
of people are thinking that the Stones were satanic, and
Yeah.
but it is true. Like the New World Order stuff, man. The
It's
external court,
creepy.
like all that stuff on the Guidestones. Like
Creepy. Creepy.
It's
to-
kind of interesting that those were put there,
It's creepy to
but
think
they were
about.
allowed to be there for decades.
Well, yeah, it turned into a sideshow.
Yeah,
A little here. We're gonna make some money
yeah,
on
something
it.
good for your town, right?
Huh.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's a little creepy. It was probably, you know who it was? It's probably Jimmy Carter. Jimmy Carter fucking built him.
He was RC Christian.
No, he was R.C. Christian.
He got him built.
1977, he served presidency. 1976 and 1980.
Yep.
It was Jimmy Carter. Georgia boy from Georgia.
Makes sense.
Peanut farmer.
Makes sense.
He was the Guidestone. He was the Manchurian candidate to go fucking. Do you ever hear about his story when he went to go talk to aliens?
Jimmy Carter?
Jimmy Carter. He
Okay.
says he was a changed man after that experience.
Okay.
I guess they showed him the future and everything. And then he became president.
He said that?
Yeah. This is a documented thing where he spoke to aliens.
I feel like they leave that out of like the history books.
They should have mentioned it at his funeral.
Yeah, like I feel like
That's one thing I would have brought up at his at his eulogy.
my favorite videos online are the guy coming out and saying aliens are real, and everyone's like, "Show us the Epstein list." No one gives a fuck. Those are my favorite videos.
Those are
He
great.
comes up to the podium like, "We have the alien spaceship."
Documentation.
It's like no one cares. I can't afford groceries.
Yeah. Eggs are $9. Eggs are $9. Hey, and then that's another funny thing, dude. On YouTube, I watched a dude go to egg prices and
Yeah.
grocery shopping in Mexico. Dude, eggs are like $2.20 a fucking dozen in Mexico.
Well, did you hear about the executive order with the medication or whatever?
No.
You didn't like he signed like it was on Jimmy Dore the other day. They were talking about.
Oh,
it.
really?
Trump signed an executive order to like we're not allowed to pay so much for these medications or whatever. Like he basically essentially like
Biden did that already.
market controlled or whatever. Like no, it's
Biden did that for seniors. I know that.
he
Where
did
it was like
something.
$2,000. They can't pay out of pocket over $2,000 a year.
Yeah, no, this is different. Like it's like for like the oh geez, I'm gonna say it.
It's
wrong.
probably for Tylenol at the hospital.
I'll have a better research for the next episode. I don't want to speak out of turn right now.
Yeah.
The next place in Georgia I want to go to is Augusta.
I like Augusta.
Oh, you want to talk about
Oh, the
golf?
rolling greens of Augusta. All the New World Order members that are a part of the club at Augusta. One of the biggest ones is fucking what the hell, Condoleezza Rice. She's a member. She did a lot of good weapons of mass destruction. Augusta, baby, masters.
All right, so picture this.
They're the masters of the universe. Think about that.
in Augusta.
It's a masters tournament, dude. Masters Guidestone. Oh, boy, shit.
Georgia's a wild state. I would live in Savannah, dude. I love Savannah.
Yeah.
I've spent some time there. If you go there on St. Patrick's Day, dude, it's a fucking party and a half. Savannah's a beautiful
You know,
city.
it's-
One of the oldest cities in America.
Crazy that you say that, dude. Like, out of all the cities you would go to St. Patrick's Day for, it would be Savannah, not like Boston.
No, Savannah has like the best St. Patrick's Day like
Really?
celebration in the country, dude.
That's-
I'm sure Boston's better, but I'm
just saying.
But I'm just saying, like, no, like it's known for that. Like,
Chicago-
there's a massive Irish population in Savannah, Georgia.
Okay, but Chicago dyes their river green.
Yeah. Fuck Chicago. I hate Chicago. They dye it green so they can dip their fucking burnt pizza in it.
Just hide it. It's usually green. Is that what
Fucking
you're saying?
disgusting city.
Yeah.
I'm gonna just hate on Chicago. Can't wait to do our Illinois episode.
Fuck Chicago, I guess.
The late 1800s, there's this preacher. All right, so we're late 1800s.
Okay.
Preacher's over here. He's coming to the market.
All
He
right.
shows up to the market.
Is this? Are you telling me about the righteous gemstones right now?
Great show. He shows up to the market and he's talking to everybody and he's saying like, "Hey, I'm gonna set up like my preaching." They're like, "You can't preach here at our market. Like, you're not allowed to preach here."
Yeah.
I think he's a Baptist. I don't know. Maybe something different than what they were preaching. Not Protestant, not Georgian.
Okay.
They're like, "You're not allowed to preach here." He said, "I'm not allowed to preach here."
Uh-oh.
And then he said, "Your entire market's going to be destroyed. all these buildings are going to be destroyed, and this pillar will be the only thing remaining.
What? This guy's coming and dropping some Notre Dame shit on him.
Isn't that crazy? and this I want to get into this, but first,
Nowadays, this guy would be checked into a mental institution.
I don't have mental institutions anymore. They're all closed down.
Well, yeah,
he would just be turned loose in the ghetto
or
to
in the
walk
hospital.
around.
Yeah, that's kind of crazy. It's true. Yeah,
Yeah, he'd just be walking around Walmart,
Yeah.
and we'd be like looking at him, and he would just be like, "Get away from my cart!"
Yeah, just drop him off, put him somewhere else, dude. Just
Yeah,
take-
exactly. Yeah,
put him to another
Bus
part.
somewhere else,
Yeah.
somewhere warmer. Hurricane comes through, destroys the entire market,
Jeez,
and just the pillars left remaining.
really?
So now, fast forward 1931, Will Jennings, he's like, this is like the alternative version. So basically, he said like this pillar's cursed, no one's allowed to touch it. If you try to remove this pillar, bad things are gonna happen.
Right.
And apparently, I've been trying to find examples of it, and I can't find examples because this is just kind of where the urban legend ends.
The TikTok research right
People
here.
tried to touch the pillar, and they die. And they die in crazy, extreme ways. And I wanted to bring this up because I just went and saw the new Final Destination in the IMAX,
okay.
and I'm just thinking of people like, oh, they touched this pillar,
Yeah.
and now they got the fucking Rube Goldberg
curse. Yeah,
fucking
yeah.
contraption
Yep.
that's going to end up murdering them
Yeah.
somewhere down the line.
How was it? Did you like it?
It was awesome.
It was good.
Dude, I gotta say, like,
Yeah.
it's hard because the Final Destination movies before were trying to be a little serious.
Like the first
and
one.
the second
Yeah,
one,
the first
were like
one.
very like dark and serious.
Yeah,
movies.
yeah, they were good. Like I enjoyed
and
those.
Tony Todd was the
Yeah.
corner in the movie or whatever. And I really wanted to see the new one because it's Tony Todd's last movie,
Okay.
and he's dying. Like he was dying of cancer or whatever,
Yeah.
and he died obviously.
Way to
But
go.
that was his last movie. So like he was like, I want to be in the movie.
So
And
did it
like,
stop
He could
with-
barely do it, dude. Like he was like.
Did it stop with him though?
He looked rough.
Did
No.
Its Final Destination didn't stop with him.
No, he
It's
didn't die
gonna-
in the movie, but he had like this great line where he said like, you know, cherish every moment of life or whatever, and like,
my
walk.
God.
Dude, he had like a crazy like good moment. It was fantastic, dude.
Yay.
It was amazing, dude. Tony Todd's the fucking man. But the first two were like very dark and like very serious.
Yeah.
So we just watched them, and then
The highway scene, dude. I think about that scene to this day,
hey,
dude.
dude, the fucking log. going
The
through
log,
Todd's head
yes.
through his
I
windshield.
think about the highway scene every day. On the highway.
every time you drive, that one is like melted into your brain.
Every time.
Um,
I also think of the plane too. And
Yeah.
the first one, like sitting in the.
and it's crazy if you watch like the fifth one or whatever. The movie ends with the guy getting on the plane. He like
Yeah,
survives
yeah,
death
yeah,
or whatever,
yeah.
and then
He
he
gets
ends
on
up
the
getting
plane.
on the plane at the end
That's
of the
pretty
movie.
good.
It's a pretty good like
Yeah,
full
yeah.
circle. It wasn't a very good movie. But the new one, they just lean into like the fucking. All right, let's just make things weird and crazy.
Yeah.
So it's a little bit like more Looney Tunes
I
than
saw-
like funny,
I
but
s-
it's very or than like dark and like serious.
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
more
yeah.
Looney Tunesy, like,
Yeah, yeah,
but it's
yeah.
like it's so good, dude.
Yeah,
It's phenomenal. It was a great time.
I was watching the one thing where they were doing the special effect, like the lawnmower scene. And they
Yeah.
yeah.
he steps on the glass
Yeah,
and
yeah,
falls
yeah,
down,
yeah.
and yeah.
They were showing the making or the shooting of it, and it was
Yeah.
pretty funny. I was watching. it. I'm
Yeah,
like, it's
but Tony
comical.
Todd, like, he just toughed it out, dude. He was gonna die, and he was just like, dude, I'm gonna be in this movie. He's like, no, dude, I was in this character. I've been in every single like Final Destination movie. He's like, I'm gonna be in this movie. And he got his like one line in the movie. It was pretty great. Consider he's been dead for like 3 months now, and the movie just came out. Like, how crazy is that? Like, he's been dead for a while, and then like,
There's a couple of good ones that are coming out that look pretty good, and I don't even know the names of them. I just keep seeing the fucking previews.
the trailers.
Like, dude, they look fucking gnarly.
Yeah, we'll talk about some movies, but that's just what I wanted to say. Is like I thought this was kind of cool because like, oh, if you touch this thing, you're gonna die.
Yeah.
And then they said like in the stories, and like I said, I tried looking for like actual like, oh, when did people die or whatever,
Yeah.
but it said they just died in crazy weird ways, and I'm just thinking, dude, that's Final Destination. It's the Final Destination pillar in Georgia.
Did you hear about the death stairs at all in Georgia?
That's Savannah.
That's Savannah. Well, it's Georgia.
Yeah. We'll talk about it. But here, let me get to this story. The Augusta mayor, this is the other thing. They think that he was a propaganda arm, and he was trying to set this thing up as a curse so people wouldn't move this business to his town. So in
Makes
1931, he was like, we're going to really pump up this curse. And he
Yeah.
you just imagine, dude, propaganda in the 1930s was so fucking easy.
Yeah.
You just go walk
Yeah.
into like the journalist thing and like, dude,
Yeah.
hey,
Put this in there.
pillar's cursed.
Yeah.
They
Don't
don't
touch
want to build there. No one can touch it. People have been dying. You don't even know.
It makes sense, dude. They want the golf course there, man. That's it.
And but But he says people are hugging it and leaning in. Everybody started doing this or whatever. They thought it was a joke. And then in 2022, somebody, which is crazy because I think the Georgia Guidestones are pretty similar, like 2022.
Yeah.
Somebody just crashed into it with their car,
Destroyed
knocked
it.
over. Now it's gone.
It's amazing.
I thought it was an interesting story.
The hell, dude.
Kind of went with like the Final Destination angle.
It's a pretty good one. I like that one.
Yeah.
It's a good poll.
Yeah, I like that.
It's a good poll.
I like the curse ones better than the, because we've been doing so many cryptids. I wanted to find like a
Yeah.
curse. I like a good curse. I like a good like monkey paw. I like a good
Yeah.
something witchy.
Well, I've been gambling a lot lately. Again, I don't know if I told you.
I heard you're on a heater.
I'm on a little bit of heater, but my wife brought me a little fucking like frog.
Yeah.
So when I'm down or whatever, I start petting the frog head. It hasn't worked. I threw the frog away.
Get it out of my face.
I was like, this thing sucks.
So yeah, the stairs in Savannah. So Savannah is known as the most haunted city in America for some reason. It's one of the oldest cities in America.
33 steps.
It's also very Irish. I'm gonna Google this. Why is Savannah very Irish? Why is Savannah very Irish?
Because a lot of Irish people move there.
Is that what happened?
That's what your AI is going to tell you.
Boom in infrastructure projects like railroads and canals during the potato famine.
Oh, after Reconstruction. So when
right in the potato famine, they brought in the Irish people to build the railroads.
After the North burned down the South.
Right.
And all the carpetbaggers went down there.
And they brought us mix in to fucking fix their
to be the bricklayers.
transportation system.
Yeah, go figure.
Yeah.
It seems like that's a drive of population everywhere. Hey, guess what? There's jobs over here, people. Hey, why is Phoenix booming?
Maybe because you could work for more than $7.30 an hour.
Right. Why is Phoenix? Oh, why is Austin booming? Oh, there's a bunch of tech companies here. I never would have thought.
Big surprise.
Never would have thought.
But yeah, these stairs.
Yeah, they're like death stairs, dude.
Yeah.
33 of them.
Which is a crazy number. We're talking about Freemasonry.
Reaching that 33rd level.
Yeah.
And I guess there's a ton of like mysterious death on these stairs, dude.
That's nuts.
In the city of Savannah, like between like Main Street and 7th Street or something like that.
And it's like one of those towns where there's like a lot of inns and like old like
it's
buildings
old.
or whatever.
It's an old.
It's just so old.
And then you got the Spanish moss on the trees. Dude.
Yeah.
Like it just gives you that. And then they probably have lanterns at night, dude, which just like
dude.
You go out
Savannah's
at night.
An awesome city.
And then it's like taking a step back 300 years ago.
But tons of ghost tours.
Tons of ghosts.
They got a guy named Toby in the basement of like a hospital where they when they use the hotel as a hospital at one point.
It's like
They said
every
a doctor was shooting people inside the hospital.
any building there, dude, you could go into that's old.
And it probably has a crazy history.
Probably has a history, dude. Did you see the plantations that are burning down too?
No.
Like there was a plantation. I forgot where it was, dude, but it was fucking on fire, dude.
A plantation?
It was like a wedding. It just made me think of the South and Savannah and everything.
You know what's weird though? Like all these old houses, dude, is like you never really see them like taken out in like wide swaths.
No,
like they never get like bulldozed and like rebuilt.
no.
But I guess when we look at our old houses, like the land under them isn't worth enough to build on anyway.
And then I also told you about the old wood. Wood's a lot different today at Home Depot than it would have been 150 years ago.
Yeah.
That's why they don't rot out. You ever see that's another YouTube rabbit hole I went down. Is how they built the city of Venice.
No.
Dude, it's a crazy story, dude. They got chased away with, like, whoever was invading them, the Persians, the fucking Arabs or whatever, or the Greek, whoever was chasing them. So they ended up going out into, like, the swampland. Venice is all swamp. You know, it's a city of fucking canals.
That's
and
the one where, you
there's no
glide through it.
There's no cars. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
it's just fucking canals and gondolas and everything. And they built, like, this structure, dude, where they put these pillars of wood. Like, and they put them like 12 inches across, and they built structures on top of them with brick.
Yeah.
And those, they're not rotting. So they built this city over 1,000 years ago.
And the wood's just holding
up. And the wood's holding up because it's not rotting. It doesn't expose to air.
That's nuts.
Dude, it was crazy how they built it, dude. So this whole city's on a swamp.
Yeah.
Sod. And the way they built up the structures, dude, is just fucking, with fucking like 16-foot pillars.
Yeah, that's wild.
And 12 inches across, so there would be like hundreds in one building that are below one building.
And it's just fine.
And there's 1,000-year-old buildings there, dude. Think about that.
I know. I was just about to ask you that. I was like, what do you think's going to happen when these houses are 300 years old? But then you look at Europe, and it's like, dude, everything's 300, 400 years old.
500, 600, 700 years old, dude.
Yeah. And it's
Crazy.
still around.
That's a conspiracy theory too. Is World War II? They say it was supposed to wipe out the old cities.
What?
Yeah, when they used to carpet bomb all these cities, like
like in
London
Europe?
and Europe, and
Just try to get rid of the old
Brisbane
stuff so they could build their own new thing.
they would build their own new thing, and it would be the end of fucking society as it was as a reset.
Everyone's trying to reset shit.
It's crazy. Well, you got to think, dude. How am I going to make money off an old building if I don't own it?
I know.
The only way I could do it is if I buy the land then at cheap and
Money
rebuild
power,
it.
dude. Money and power.
It's the only way. That's why they're building all houses now that are fucking dog shit, dude.
Dude, it's money and power. But don't you think like money's like the weaker version of that? It's like the lower like guys just want the money, and then it's like the other guys that are like true lizard people.
Yeah.
They just want the power.
It's the
The
words
money's
that
like
I've
a means to an end.
total control is what I've been
Yes.
saying.
Yeah.
Total control,
Yeah.
where you control the money.
Exactly. Yes.
Money
It
doesn't mean
matter.
anything
You can
when
shut
you
off the
control.
money. You
Exactly.
can flip the switch. Exactly.
Total control, dude.
Do you know what I want to do an episode on? I've been thinking about it a lot lately.
What's that?
Another crazy video I saw. Typical TikTok research. The third eye
Okay.
and like the chakras.
Okay.
So do you know about the chakras at all?
I heard of
There's
chakras
like
before.
7 chakras.
No, I don't know too much about the chakras, but I know about the third eye, opening your third eye.
I don't even know what culture it's from. It's got to be like Indian. It's got to be
Probably.
like yoga. It's got to be
yeah,
like that. Like, oh, I'm gonna get superpowers. Like, you ever listen to the dude who was in the punk rock band with the what are they called? The Hare Krishnas. So like he would like tour like a punk rock band with the Hare Krishnas or whatever.
No.
Oh yeah, dude. And he just like goes and like he does like you never heard of that guy? He was
No.
on Rogan. He was on Tinfoil Hat. He was
Really?
on a bunch. Yeah, he's like a punk rock dude.
No shit.
But he used to like travel with like Hare Krishnas playing music in his band.
No shit.
And he would like study, like he would just be like, all right, I gotta de-cleanse and like leave, and he would
Yeah,
just
yeah,
go
yeah.
and then like be like a fucking monk.
Monk. Yeah,
And, like,
yeah,
he
yeah,
would, like
yeah.
see people. He'd be talking about people with superpowers and stuff, and they
Yeah,
like unlock fucking
telekinesis
new
and-
levels and shit. Like,
It's something to it, dude. Like I said, like
dude, I believe it. I believe that people have more power, and I think you just don't see it because to get those levels of power, you have to be so mindful
Oh, yeah.
and calm and removed
removed exactly without distraction.
that you're not going to show
Yes.
people these things,
Right.
Like,
Or even if they were in front of you, you wouldn't even know.
or that too, right?
You're just too blind to it.
Exactly. So there's like 7 chakras or whatever. Like one's your root chakra, and it's like you're supposed to go in order. Mm-hmm. All right. So like, all right, you do your root chakra. That's grounding to the earth and being present in society or whatever. So all right, there's like certain crystals you can use. There's this you can use. There's go in the bare feet and stand on the ground for 30 minutes every day and meditate. Like,
Yeah,
and
connection
look
to
to your
earth.
surroundings.
Yeah.
Like consciously pay attention to what's going on around you. Don't look
Right.
at your phone. Like feel the wind. Like
Yeah, yeah. A lot of hippie
a
bullshit.
lot of hippie like
Yeah.
shit, yeah. But they're saying that people are skipping. So the third eye is like the second last, but people are skipping right to the third eye, and the third eye is seeing through the veil.
Yeah.
So
Right.
There's
My
these
my
people-
third eye is wide open.
there's these people.
I see through the bullshit, dude. I sit there and I see through the bullshit, dude.
But there's these people that are like going crazy.
I think I am. Like literally, dude. From the time this podcast started to where I am today, I think my third eye is
What's your third eye starts?
I think it's bigger than my fucking other two, dude.
But they say like I was listening to one, and she said the way she opened her third eye was that she would go out
Bend over.
and you so you stare into the woods.
Okay.
And as the sun goes down, and in that medium time where it's still light enough that you can make out shapes, but the sun is like going away to the point where it's going to turn dark,
Yeah.
and you turn your like kind of brain off, like kind of like looking at like one of the sailboat pictures in Mallrats.
Yeah, you're studying.
Like you're just
You're
like
just in a
you're
trance.
looking and you're like
Yeah,
in a
yeah,
trance and you're whatever, and you'll start to see things.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden you do that for a few months or whatever.
Yeah.
Now all of a sudden you'll start to see things in your day to day.
Right.
You'll start seeing spirits from the other side. You'll start seeing like things, voices in your head. You'll start developing like schizophrenia like, type things.
Yeah.
And they're saying like because they didn't skip the other steps, they went right to the third eye. They're not grounded enough to receive these signals,
Yeah,
and it
yeah.
drives them physically
Nuts.
insane.
Yeah.
And I'm like, dude, that's a fucking movie and a half right there,
Yeah.
dude. You open your third eye too early.
And you go crazy.
And now all of a sudden, yeah, you're seeing shit. You're going to work, and there's like, you know,
Yeah.
like an Insidious, the Darth Maul guys behind the fucking dude.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
All
yeah.
of a sudden, you're at work.
Well, that's the funny thing. Like bringing up that Rescue Me show.
Yeah.
Like I said, it's real blue collar.
Yeah, yeah.
He's a fireman, dude. Whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But he sees ghosts.
Oh, really?
So he talks to ghosts. Well, he's there's a thing where he's struggling with like survivor's guilt because 9/11.
Okay.
So there's a lot of 9/11 heavy references in
yeah,
there.
yeah.
a lot of old school racism, dude. Like
Yeah,
the way
yeah,
the boys
yeah.
shoot the shit. Like it's very blue collar, very early 2000s.
Right.
But he sees Ghost. He talks to Ghost.
Oh, that's kind of wild.
And like he like lives these like, and then he'll go out of body experiences too because he struggles with like alcoholism.
Yep.
And he'll have these like, oh, I'm gonna walk. Like he'll walk by a bar and all of a sudden he'll walk in there. He'll order like the fucking most expensive whiskey, and then he's like getting all fucked up, dude. Starts fighting with the guy at the bar, dude. All of a sudden, it'll be like a 3-minute scene of him like at the bar getting fucked up.
Yeah.
Drunk, driving his car, crashing his car, dying in the car, and then all of a sudden he wakes up in front of the store, dude, in front of the bar, and was like, oh no. It keeps walking. Like it's really cool. Like they shot it really well, dude. It's not horror or anything at all. But it's a really good show, dude. I'm really into it right now. But yeah, that just made me think about that.
Yeah, the third eye.
Yeah, and like I said, like yoga and all that shit, it's all fucking satanic, dude.
You think?
Oh, 100%. It's all
Connecting with the earth?
It's all esoteric shit, dude. Mysticism, namaste.
It's like
dude.
developing power, dude.
Yeah, exactly.
You
What
think
is
it's a bad
fucking
thing?
esoteric stuff?
You
is,
think it's
dude.
bad?
Yeah.
Really?
Yes.
I was thinking about starting to unlock my chakras, dude.
Yeah, and well, then you'll start seeing Dark Maul at the fucking.
Well, I'm gonna make sure I go the right order, though. I'm gonna make sure I do all 7, dude.
No, you gotta follow.
And then the crown chakra is the last one. I don't know what that does.
It's all fucking esoteric magic, dude.
But a lot of it is like the beginning too. Is like, all right, you do your grounding one, and then the
Yeah,
next
that's how
one's-
they catch you.
The next one's your sacral, and it's like
that's how they suck
dealing
you
with
in.
like trauma and like these things. And
Yeah,
then-
we're just gonna sit around in a circle, dude. We're only gonna
and then there's
contact.
one for like digestion.
Yeah,
and, like,
I know.
Making sure.
Yeah, digestive. So the fucking when the spirit enters your mouth, dude, it fucking just it has an easy pathway. I mean, it's esoteric, dude. It's fucking.
You think it's satanic?
Yeah, there's ties to Kabbalism. There's everything in that.
Kabbalah's not
Yeah,
connected with India or yoga though. That's
it's all esoteric religions, dude. It's mysticism. A lot of mysticism with it.
yeah, but mysticism's got to have different branches, different sects that aren't connected.
Yeah, but it's magic, dude. You're just telling
What's
me.
wrong with magic?
Any type of magic's evil, dude.
You think so?
Yeah.
So even the preacher in Georgia with the
Sex
pillar, you think he's
the-
an evil guy?
Yes. Anything with magic, dude,
Don't fuck with it.
don't touch it.
Really? That's your stance?
That's my hardcore stance. I ain't fucking messing with nothing. Nope. No magic, dude.
Don't want to open
That's a devil. That's a devil's work. Magic.
My mama said.
My mama said that's the devil's work. That's the devil's work. Yeah, anything with magic, dude.
I don't know. I was interested in that though. I really like that idea because, like I said, my favorite horror movies are when people slowly go insane.
Oh, yeah, right,
And I
there you
love
go.
the idea of someone like unlocking something and
Yeah.
then like all of a sudden they're just
Yeah.
like down the rabbit hole and they can't get out.
It's a great idea. It's great to read about it.
Yeah.
Don't do it. Don't do it.
Very interesting.
Avoid that at all costs. Are we done? Or we
We'll
got?
talk about the movies.
Okay.
All right. So first, I just want to go back to like the suing thing because
Yes.
you know Celino and Barnes, like the injury attorney.
Yes. Yeah.
This is the funniest thing ever. So there's a new movie with Paul Rudd and our boy.
Yes.
Oh, what's his name?
Oh my goodness.
I don't even know.
sketch guy.
He's the funniest dude in the world,
Tim.
dude.
Tim Robbins. Tim Robinson.
He's funnier every time I watch him.
Tim
Like, I'm like,
Robinson?
oh, he's kind of funny. I turn it on again. I'm like, dude, this dude's hilarious. And like, the next time, I'm like, dude, like I'm crying.
Yeah.
Like Tim Robinson.
Am I right on that?
Tim Robinson. Yep.
Okay.
But there's an interview with him, and he was just saying, like, he said my favorite ad in the world right now because they were in Detroiters, and you know they do like an ad agency.
Yeah,
or whatever.
yeah.
He's like, my favorite ad in the world right now is Celino and Barnes in New York, and he's like, you could tell these people aren't comfortable on camera. Their eyes are all over the fucking
Darting the
screen or
place.
whatever. And he's like, and then all of a sudden they got into a rift, and he's
yeah.
like, now we just do skits, like just like not shooting them or whatever, but they just
Yeah.
do skits with their friends where they're like estranged law partners.
You know that they're dead, right?
One died in a plane crash.
Yeah, it's a conspiracy theory. The
Really?
other one took over the fucking law firm, dude. They had the full thing, dude, because they were fighting over it.
But they're not both dead, just the one, right?
Just the one is
just
dead.
the one in the plane crash.
Yeah.
Yeah, you think he
So
fiddled,
they had a
you think he
rift.
fiddled with the sticks? And
They had a rift,
plane?
dude, and then all of a sudden this guy dies in a plane crash, dude. We're just here for entertainment purposes, people.
Don't sue us, Celino and Barnes, or only Celino, I guess
Yeah.
now.
Yeah.
Or is it Barnes?
I don't know.
One or the other. One's alive.
One is, one's not.
But I just thought it was hilarious that came up in the interview, and he's like,
Yeah.
"It's the funniest thing." He's like, "That was my idea for like a
Driving.
sketch, dude."
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
like
yeah.
I'm gonna be like, "Oh, it's strange law
Yeah,
partner."
that's funny, dude. Yeah, he's
Fucking
pretty good.
ambulance
I miss
chasers.
that show, Detroiters, dude. Bring it back.
Dude, it's so funny.
Bring that show back.
It's so, and I think you should leave as a sketch show. It's hilarious too.
Is it?
Oh, it's funny.
Yeah. I don't think I've ever. I saw a couple of them. I saw the 55 burgers, 55 fries.
Yeah.
Yeah. That one's pretty good.
I didn't do shit.
Yeah, he's a psycho. He plays a good psycho, dude.
Oh, he's fantastic. All right, but the movies. Take Her Back is the one I think you're thinking of.
Yeah, with the eyes, and then she's like in the mirror with the fucking blood on her
eating
hand.
dirt.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, that one looks wild.
And
Dude.
you know who made that movie?
Who?
The people who made Talk to Me.
Okay.
So it's the two Austrians.
All right.
So it's going to be a wild movie.
Yeah, Austrians usually have pretty good ideas, dude.
Is it Australians or Austrians? Is it
Nothing.
I think
Nothing?
it's Australians. Yeah, let's not talk about. We're not talking Kanye today.
Nothing from the peanut gallery on that one, dude.
We're not talking Kanye today.
Yeah, they're usually pretty good artists. That's what I heard. Austrians are pretty good artists.
I think they're Australians. But yeah, I like Talk to Me. A lot of people are hating on it, but I think that's just a trendy thing to do.
Yeah.
I enjoyed Talk to Me. I thought the kid bouncing his head off the table was
Yeah.
fucking insane.
There was another one too, dude.
But Take Her Back looks really good.
Yep. Dude, there's like 3 that are going around right now. That look pretty fun.
And I know I wanted to see Final Destination, which was fantastic.
Yeah.
And
28 weeks later, or 28 years later is coming.
Yep.
June.
Yep, I like those ones. I know Until Dawn's coming out, and that's a problem
Yeah.
for a lot of people.
Yep. You said the crypt is fucked up in it.
They said they just ruined the story and just scrapped the whole story and just slapped the name on it. I don't think I have anything else. Georgia,
Yeah.
very haunted state, very old state.
Yeah, I'm wrapped up on.
Yeah, Georgia
Georgia.
Guidestones. Think about it, 500 million people.
It's a crazy thing. It's a lot of reduction. It would probably take a tsunami for Mountain Dew.
I don't think we'd be getting Amazon packages, though. I think we'd have to
No.
open up local stores again. You'd have to go to towns of like 250
Crazy.
people.
Maybe nature would heal itself like it did during COVID.
Maybe we'd have water. We'd have like fresh fruits.
Did you speaking of water?
There wouldn't be plastics because food wouldn't be mass produced anymore because we only have 500 million.
Yep. Speaking of water, did you see RFK bathing in like the creek in Washington D.C.?
What?
I forgot what it might have been Easter Sunday,
Oh
dude,
my
or
God,
something. But he
dude.
took his family for a swim in a creek, and then there's a dude that went there, and it was like, "Stay out of the water. This is very polluted waterway." And he's just sitting in the fucking creek,
Bathing.
like, what the fuck am I looking at, dude? Yeah, life's nuts, dude.
Thanks for joining our show. Please like and subscribe and follow us on Twitter and
TikTok.
YouTube.
YouTube.
And
Leave us a review
yeah, download the podcast because that's really the big thing that helps
Yeah.
this thing get around.
and subscribe.
Yeah. Thanks for joining us. Any idea for what you want to do next week? Could go deep on the chakras, dude.
I'm
Gotten into
down.
the chakras and
Down for anything, dude.
pick a state, dude. Where are we going next?
Oklahoma.
I like it. OKC.
OKC.
We're gonna
bound.
talk about
Yeah,
little-
we got
little
tons.
Timmy?
We got tons, dude. We got.
you got a lot of info on Timmy, right?
I got a
and
lot.
and everybody's watched the documentary now.
Yeah,
So
I got a lot, dude. And then there's tie-ins with the Clintons and
Clintons.
oh yeah, dude, they were under. We'll get into it.
Thanks, guys.
Bye.